Jasmine from class 12 medical is going to take interview of Mr. Dilbag Singh Guraya, of my father. Okay, just tell me something about yourself.
Yes, myself Dilbag Singh. I am working as a government officer in Department of Fisheries, Government of Haryana. And if you ask me anything else about job, I am a writer. I am a motivational speaker also.
Okay, can you please tell us something about your childhood?
My childhood. That time was full of struggle. You can't imagine how we lived at that time. We have scarcity of resources. You are availing everything, like you have the technology in your hand,
Yes.
you have a very good institute where you are studying, but we were away from all these things at that time. That was very struggling period.
Okay, what was the most hardest thing you ever have in your childhood?
During my childhood I faced the things that was, uh, schools were government schools. I appreciate that way how they teach us, and now we are totally capable to do everything in our life. But during that time there was no source of movement to schools. At that time there were no buses. huh. Our school was 6 kilometers away from my home,
Okay.
and we used to go there on walking distance. Six
Seriously?
kilometer up and 6 kilometer down. At that time, this was the scenario.
Okay, can you tell us like a small story which you kept in your mind as a memory?
I have some things that I kept in my mind of those time when ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਿਕਲਦੇ ਸੀ ਘਰੋਂ, ਔਰ ਰਸਤੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਫਾਇਰਵੁੱਡਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੀਆਂ ਕਰਦੇ, ਲੱਕੜਾਂ ਇਕੱਠੀਆਂ ਕਰਦੇ, ਐਂਡ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਗ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੇਕਦੇ ਠੰਡ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਕੂਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਤਾਂ we used to go school 2 hours at morning time.
That was so
When we
much.
reached school at 11, at that time there was only one teacher in my school. There was only one teacher in my school, and the another person who teaches us, that was a PN. That was a PN. PN, PN, PN teach us about the English.
Oh my god.
But now when we thinks about those time, they were really more than teacher. They were really more than teacher.
Okay, what was your first job?
First job. If you ask me about the first job, when I was in class BSc second year, I joined a private school, and I start teaching there. You know how much money, how much salary they provide us?
No?
Only 1200 per month. 1200 per month, and that was my first earning.
What did you teach there?
Only science. I teach there only science
Which class?
to class 9th and 10th.
Okay, that is good. Okay, then why did you choose this your present career?
In our country, when we left our college, university, ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ, ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਪੂਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਤਣ ਦੀ, ਅਰਨ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਨਿਕਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਜਦ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ। ਦਾ ਸਿਨੈਰੀਓ ਵਾਜ਼ ਟੋਟਲੀ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਐਟ ਦੈਟ ਟਾਈਮ, ਔਰ ਜੋ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਉਹ ਪਾ ਲਿਆ। ਵੈਕੈਂਸੀ ਆਈ, ਫਿਲਅਪ ਕੀਤੀ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ।
Can you please tell us what are the difficulties or problems you've gone through at that time?
At that time, I say कि there was huge scarcity of teaching staff. There was no teaching staff. There was no sitting arrangements. There was no proper electricity. There was no resources of traveling to school. There was no motivation from our parents, because in my home nobody was Nobody was educated before me. I am the first person who get education, who raised up to MSc aquaculture. None of another person except me is educated.
Really appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, tell me something about your profession.
Basically, I'm an aquaculture veterinarian. My field is to deal with the aquaculture.
Okay.
You know, lots of species are there in aquaculture that are aquatic animals like fishes, like turtles, like shrimp. These all animals are aquatic, but my field is to deal with fishes and shrimps especially. I'm indulged with this profession to breed up fishes, to provide the better seed, to provide the better genetically improved variety of fishes to farmers, to enhance the economical position of those families who are dealing with fisheries. This is my basic responsibility. This is my field.
Okay, now what would you like to say to our generation?
I think your generation is so lucky. You have everything. You have world in your wrist. You have better resources to acquire more education. You have better opportunity to go anywhere in the world. You have better career opportunities.
Yes.
You have internet today. That is a boon to your generation. I would like to convey that please utilize these all resources for the betterment of yourself and in the favor of humanity, in the favor of universe.
Okay, thanks.